fathers of our nation. And you find it in our national anthem that says, God bless this land of ours. Justice be our shield and defender. May we dwell in unity, peace and liberty. Plenty be found within our borders. What does this mean? God bless this land of ours. Justice be our shield and defender. Justice can only be a shield and defender if there is democracy. May we dwell in unity, peace and liberty. Unity means that people who are united, people where there is no form of discrimination, either on the basis of race, tribe, religion, or gender. Peace and unity. Peace. Peace is not merely the absence of war. Peace is not merely the absence of war. Somebody who is hungry cannot be peaceful. A hungry person cannot be peaceful. So it has got a wider meaning, that peace that is talked about there. But finally says, plenty be found within our borders. Plenty be found within our borders is a very strong statement. That plenty was not going to drop like manna from heaven. It was going to be a product of the sweat and toil of the people of Kenya. Meaning what? Meaning that we must create a conducive environment for people to create wealth. People must be enabled to create wealth. And this is freedom and the rights. One is the right to life was fundamental. To the right to health is fundamental. The right to quality education is fundamental. Right to food, fundamental. Right to education. Right to education. So all these were there. But then people were expectant. But over the years, the joy of independence has been tempered by many battles, a struggle that has continued for 6 decades. We have fought poverty. We have fought ignorance. We have fought disease. We have fought corruption. And we have fought tribalism. But these challenges march on with us. In spite of our tribulations and against monumental odds, we have fought and we are still struggling to build a thriving democracy. We are still fighting for individual freedom within our free nation. We have become the beacon of hope for the millions of immigrants for the 4 corners of the earth. We are struggling to forge a free and modern society that lives by the ideals of liberty, justice, and respect for human rights. We have fought and we are still fighting not to let any obstacle stand in the way of our destiny. I have been extremely fortunate to see the emergence and progression of Kenya up and close. First, as the son of a freedom fighter, my father was involved. 2, as the son of the first vice president for a brief period. 3, as a son of a vice president turned a detainee. As a minister, an opposition leader, and as a prime minister. The people of Kenya endured the pain of colonialism, the tragedy of single-party dictatorship, and the horror of the economic collapse of the 1980s and 1990s, enabled by the elite corruption and the weird policies like the structural adjustment programs of the World Bank and IMF. In these periods of colonialism, elite corruption, and ethnicization of national life, callous and cruel leaders took away lives and broke apart families through detention camps, jails, assassinations, and state-enabled high level of poverty. But all these tragedies and unfortunate turn of events could not take away the spirit of the Kenyan people. I have seen Kenyans pick the armor of courage to confront dictatorships and bad regimes. This 60th anniversary is therefore a good time to reflect on our past. It is also a time to look to the future. Where will this country be on the 120th anniversary of its birth, another 60 years from today, which will be the year 2083? This is a challenge that I want Kenyans to reflect on. Where we are going to be 60 years from today. Will we still be a country going around the world with begging bowls? Will we still be a country struggling with the weight of corruption, tribalism, lack of accountability, and empty promises for which the promise makers pay no price? Are we able to set the stage for a future of a dramatic departure from the Kenya of today? As a nation, we have always had great ideals on paper, including in our constitution and various policy documents like the Vision 2030. We have values and principles of governance that include patriotism, national unity, sharing and devolution of power, the rule of law, democracy, and participation of the people. We also aspire for human dignity, equity, social justice, inclusiveness, equality, good governance, integrity, transparency, and accountability, among others. We aspire to live in unity, peace, and liberty. We aspire to be a nation of plenty. We aspire to be a caring nation that provides the best possible medical care to all its citizens. A nation that provides the best possible education to its children for free. That's why we promised as azimio free education, primary, secondary, up to university level. We've always aspired to be the nation that extends a helping hand to the elderly, the needy, the widows, and the orphans through social security safety net programs. The founding vision is a critical document for nations that proceed to succeed. Now that we are in Catholic institution, you can turn to the book of Joshua, chapter 1, for an understanding of the value of the founding vision. God talks to Joshua about the founding vision in the following words, and I quote, "Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. Do not let this book of the law depart from your mouth. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful." Unquote. Today, we are way off the original dream. The nation is reeling under the heavy burden of corruption, officially sanctioned tribalism